microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker.
When this song comes on, she say that's my junk. She asked me for a hit, I give her what she want. Look at her go, got her going crazy. The way she twerk, she gon' make her baby. When this song comes on, she say that's my junk. She asked me for a hit, I give her what she want.
Yo, this your boy, PYU, Speaker Freak Loud Gang representative, Memphis, Tennessee, and you tuned in to Mic Check Media with the man Easy Money.
Hey, yo, what up, Mic Check fam? This your man, Kedrick. We doing it real big with the Indie Spotlight. Man, I got a homie on the line, my homie PYU. We go way back, baby, way back. 20-plus years, Memphis, Tennessee. We doing it real big. What's going on with you, man?
Man, what's happening with you? Good to hear from you, homie.
Yeah, man. No doubt, man. We just trying to get it in and build and, do this media thing and get the good product out to the masses.
No doubt, man. That's what we're here to do. I've been doing it for a minute, as you already know. Been working got some real big things going on right now. As far as, my movement, my label, the projects that we putting out, man. We've been having a lot of fun, man, and the city's been getting behind the movement and supporting, so it's been a real good ride, man, so far. You know what I'm saying? As far as independence goes, it's been a real good ride. We got a lot of things coming up, so can't complain.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, man. So let's jump right into you first and talk about PYU, man. Familiarize some of the fans who might not know about PYU, and let's talk about what you do, man.
Well, yeah, I've been, as I said, my name is PYU. I've been doing hip-hop music, man, now for the last, 7 years or so, independently, and just putting out music, doing mixtapes and things like that, doing projects with other tracks. Represent Black Haven, Memphis, Tennessee. Been dropping music, man. I've been doing music my whole life, pretty much, singing, R&B, songwriting, producing, this, that, and the other. And about a few years ago, a friend of mine by the name of Jay Chris, we put together a record label called Speaker Freak Entertainment. And from that moment on, we've just been making some major things happen. He's a part of a rock band called Harvest Mill. I've been doing solo projects and, dropping singles, with mixtapes, doing mixtapes with cats. And like I said, that's been going on for the last few years while we've been building up the brand and, looking for other artists. And, now we're ready to give it to the world, give it to the masses on a bigger level, on a bigger scale. So that's what's been going on with me.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Now, let's go into the new single, man, the latest hot joint for the summer. That's My Joint, as a matter of fact. Let's talk about yeah, man. Tell us a little bit about it.
The concept of the song, basically, for the people that do know me, that have heard me, they know that I'm a huge hip-hop head. And, I usually make a lot of the music that I make is for the, I won't say just the pure hip-hop head, but I make bangers here and there, club songs, this, that, and the other. But I wanted to step into something a little bit different, which was more of the more southern clubby feel type song. And the concept of the song is basically comes from our own, southern vernacular. If you know anything about, hip-hop, you've heard people say, that's the joint, that's my joint right there or whatever. And down south, we say the same thing, but because of our accent and our vernacular, we put a little bit of more of a southern twang onto it, where it says, instead of saying joint, we say junt, J-U-N-T, which means
yes,
the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's that. So I wanted to make a song that would, that the Southerners would be something that the Southerners are familiar with. And that, the other people that know that, that term joint and know John is just the Southern version of the word joint. It means the exact same thing. It's like a noun. It's a person, place, a thing. You feel me? So, you know, you see a car, you like that car, you say, oh, man, I love that car. That's my joint right there. Well, you know what I'm saying? And so when the song comes on, you know, the hook goes, when this song comes on, she say, that's my joint. I mean, you know, every time she hears it, she make her want to dance, it make you want to move, it make you want to twerk, whatever it is that you do. So, you know, we did that joint. It was produced by myself and my homeboy, Jay Pitts, down here in Memphis, man. So we put that together, man, put it down, and he heard it, and it was really crazy. It was even actually crazy how we even came about the song, you know. So we just did it, dropped it. It's been getting a decent, you know, nice response, and we're getting ready to get it to radio right now, to the DJs and everything, so they can check it out and get it, you know, get the edited version, so they can start playing it, and the clubs can start banging it. And like I said, I think it has the potential to be a very, very big single, so we're going to make some real good moves with it.
Oh, yeah, man, and, you know, definitely, you know, talking about Memphis, it's a lot of rich history with music itself right there in Memphis, man. You know, you've got Stax Records, of course, you know, everything from rhythm and blues to R&B, definitely hip-hop, and jazz, blues, you name it, it comes right there.
And that's the funny thing about it, man. You know, that's the funny thing about it. Over the years, it's always been, you know, Memphis has always had, you know, like you said, a rich history with music. It's always been, you know, a lot of the musicians that are playing right now for a lot of the big name artists out here. A lot of you'll find out that a lot of those musicians in those bands, they have members that were born and raised in Memphis. And I think we have some of the best musicians in the world. I think we have some of the best, you know, songwriters in the world. And as far as hip hop goes, right now, we've always had a certain, I don't want to say stigma, but I will say we've always had a certain sound that has been associated with Memphis. And the song That's My Joint kind of runs kind of in that association of that sound. But at the same time, Memphis also we also have some pure hip hop here as well. Pure Southern hip hop right here in the city, and we just want to really build on top of that, build and expand on that, because there are so many great, amazing artists here that are doing their thing, and you know, we just want to. I'm a part of that movement as well. Matter of fact, shout out to the Mem Pop community. Everybody who's down, they know who they are. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, and that was going to lead, you know, segue into my next question with the pure hip hop movement that's going on in Memphis, man. It's, you know, Mem Pop. Definitely what you just called it, yeah, Mem Pop. And, you know, now let's talk a little bit about the collaborative effort between, you know, the artists that are part of that movement.
I'm associated with a great group of guys, man, in the city who are doing things. One in particular, the guy who I would say was the one that actually kind of brought me into the fold. Who knew me from doing music back even when I was singing. This cat, Jason the Hater, Jason Harris, a.k.a. Jason the Hater. He was one of the guys that embraced me, you know, into that movement, you know, and made people help people get familiar with who I was within that community. And he's a part of a group called Iron Mike Coalition, which consists of the actual founder of the founder of Mem Pop is a part of that group. The Mighty Quinn McGowan, a.k.a. the Mighty Quinn. Also Derelict, MP, Doo-Woo, my cousin Milk, General MacArthur, Fathom 9, just, man, they been capital A. You know, these cats were like the founders of the Mem Pop movement. And so we just, you know, they kind of created the structure and the base. And that movement kind of started, like I said, back in the early 2000s. And now today you got new young cats coming up like Knowledge Nick and YR Generation, PBE, Virgos, you know, TNT, and my guys, my guys from my movement, Loud Gang, which is the new movement that I started. My guys, SP, Chosen, Cal Young, Breeze, Omega Forte. You know, we just, you know, we came up also in that movement. Those guys are my young squad. So, you know, we just came up, man. We just came up doing some things, man, and we do shows around the city, dropping mixtapes, and you know, just getting that, you know, getting our name and getting the people in the city familiar with what it is that we do. And they, you know, the hip-hop community itself has played a big part in that. So
now you mentioned out of your group, your core group, which will be the Loud Gang. I heard you mention Omega Forte, and now you guys were, you know, got to be a part of a big thing right there in Austin, Texas, South by Southwest. How was that,
Southwest. Oh my God, that was great. That was my first time going. And I've heard, you know, about South by Southwest for years. I really didn't even know, you know, I used to think that it was just this big music thing, but actually it's a media tech thing. And it just so happens that they do a lot with it. They bring a lot of talent and opportunity for music to flourish and people to check out new music, these people to see their favorite artists. And when I got there, man, it was just really a beautiful thing because you see people from all over the country, really all over the world, who come to this event, this big event, to promote their music. And the reception of people amongst each other is always great. You make a lot of connections. You meet a lot of people, get a chance to perform. And we went down there because my guy Omega Forte he was a part of a mixtape by an artist out of St. Louis by the name of Tefpo. Tefpo, I think, now has a deal with, I think, Universal or someone. But either way, Tefpo, shout out to Tefpo and Foot Clan. But he brought Omega Forte down to an industry one-on-one showcase that they had at a club in Austin, and during South by Southwest weekend. And went down there, rocked it. Response was good. And we met some other artists and met some other, you know, important people. And we just, it just was a really good vibe, good atmosphere, man, to be in as artists. But they had so many different things, open mics going on left and right. Me and Omega, we rocked a freestyle session in the middle of the strip where everything is.
Wow.
We just stepped out on the corner, man, and people were freestyling. We just jumped and hopped into a cypher and just shut it down, you know.
Man.
So, you know, it was a good vibe, man. It's a good thing to be a part of. You know, so
yeah, and
definitely going back next year.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. And I was just going to say it had to have been great to not only for the exposure for you guys, but also for the exposure to people from around the world who could, you know, get a taste of hip hop and the sound that you guys, you know, are creating right now. And I mean, how was that? And, you know, did you reach where? Well, in other words, is anybody reaching out to you guys now that you might have met there?
Actually, there are a couple of cats that I have communicated with since then. You know, as far as you know, just maybe hooking up and you know, collaborating, doing some things, or some cats that we kind of keep in, you know, contact with from time to time. Because right now, you know, one of the big things about when you're independent is that you have to move, and you're moving, but you're moving with your own pace, of course, with your own money. And the big thing is when you're independent, you want to get people outside of just your region or your city to see what it is you do. So the best way to do that, of course, is by hooking up with cats from other places, you know, maybe doing a show, getting your things together, doing a show, and bringing those guys from out of town to your city, and then, you know, coming to their city, they bring you to their city, and you guys go and rock, set up some shows and do some things, and just that's how you really get it spread, you know, as far as the movement goes. That's the way you spread it out, by making those connections with those other artists or, you know, producers or whoever, so that you can get to those markets and, you know, share and get your music into the hands of those people, and in exchange for those artists coming to your city and doing the exact same thing, you know. So that's how. And so there's a couple of guys that we've linked up with. Like I said, Tempo, he's one that we've linked up with on that respect, and some another artist that we done a show with here, which is this guy named Lyrics, the lyricist from out of Louisiana, and also Marcel P. Black, who's also from out of Louisiana. He's done a show with us here, you know, with me and my guy Ari Hotep here, and you know, so there's a couple of guys that we've met, you know, that we're you know networking with from different areas and things like that. Oh, and by the way, shout out to my guy J.O. Tay, who he's from D.C. He's a guy I met through Omega Forte. That we're going to be doing some things with in the near future. So, yeah, man, we just doing what we got to do. You know.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And now let's talk a little bit about the difficulties of being independent and, you know, pretty much having to front everything yourself. And what are some of the trials and tribulations that you guys run into, you know, trying to get your product out?
The biggest trial and tribulation, honestly, I think, is the one that everybody has an issue with, and that's not just in music, but that's in any business. In order to do any business or start any business, it requires money. So you can, you know, the biggest issue is the less money you have, the more creative you have to be as far in terms of shopping your music or promoting your music. You have to be more creative, and there are a lot of things out there that can help you, but at the same time, it can be a little bit of a process because you're building it because you have less money. Your promotional, I guess for the word I'm looking for, your promotional tactics they become organic, and your fan base becomes organic, which means that you built it from ground up. You grassroots built it, and that can take some time, but it can happen. You know, you just have to be patient. You just have to be, you know, you just have to just be kind of forward about it. You can't stop grinding no matter what. And, you know, things will open up for you, and opportunities will open up for you, and money opportunities will open up for you. And when you do make some money, you can't just go and say, okay, pocket it and go spend it on something, you know, foolish. You got to reinvest, keep investing back into yourself. Whatever money you do make, you got to keep reinvesting that money back into yourself to constantly build. But that to me is the biggest difficulty, because I live in a market where, you know, Memphis is a market where they pretty much like to see things when it's already moving versus, you know, build up the movement with you, you know?
Right.
So, and it's kind of, you know, Memphis is kind of a follower's market. And that's one of the things that's something that we can't really change it. We just have to respect it, you know, respect it and respect that our fans, they, you know, I look at it like this. Fans in Memphis, they don't want to jump on anything that nobody else, if nobody else doesn't like it, then why should they like it? That's how they look at it. That's how I look at it. I think that's how they look at it. If nobody else is messing with it, then why we going to mess with it? Or why we going to put out, you know, we want our city to be represented by something good, but not by something that nobody else likes, you know. That, you know, anybody else doesn't like, you know. So that's kind of how we look at that, you know.
Okay.
And I respect that. I totally have a respect for it, and we just make it happen the way that it happens. We do what we have to do, and then eventually, once they see that we're really progressing and making things happen, I think that the progress that we've made is bringing more people aware to what's going on, you know. And
hey, man,
it's that perception.
Yeah, definitely, no doubt, man. And I, you know, definitely appreciate you, you know, dropping those gems, man, of knowledge on, you know, what it takes to be independent and be successful at it. And, you know, because a lot of people, they see a 2 Chainz or they see a T.I. and they, you know,
right.
well, I got this same skill, you know, and then I'm going to jump right into it, you know, feet first, and don't really realize the business side of it or what it's going to take to get you to where you need to be. And that's the most important part, and I think that's why we see a lot of failures on this side of the business.
Right, that we do. And it's funny. I heard the movie Black Dynamite. I never forget. You know, Michael Jai White in the scene in the movie. He was talking to the girl, and one of the most profound things that he said in that silly movie, man, he said something so profound, and it makes so much sense, and it applies to pretty much everything. He said, no one really wants to see the cow in the slaughterhouse. They just want their steak on the plate.
That's it.
You know, and which means that when we think about things, when we see things, the things that we see, we usually see finished product. Right. We see a finished situation when we look at 2 Chainz or Jay-Z or whoever's out there that we're looking at. We're looking at a finished product, a finished situation. We're not taking it, and that's the thing that draws us in. But we don't take into consideration the path that was taken to get to that finished product. You know, we don't take that into consideration. We don't take into consideration the hard work, the grind, the hustle, the days where you feel like, you know, I just want to quit. You know what I'm saying? We don't think about those things. We just think about the success that we see, that perception that's given to us on that TV, from that radio, from the internet. We don't think anything about, you know, the work that it takes. And people think this is a something for nothing industry, and I guarantee you, if you believe that, then you're going to be sadly mistaken. You know, it's not something, you can't get something for nothing. And you may think you can. You may think you can, but it does not work that way. You got a lot of, you know, and another thing I'll say is this too, and you know, not to, you know, some people that may hear this, they may get upset, and then some people may hear it and they may be like, amen. But it's always good to be self-sufficient as a company, meaning that you don't need anybody for anything. But before you get to that place, you know, establish yourself in one area first to where you can function as a multitask as a brand, as a company. The reason why I say that is because you have a lot of guys who come in and say, well, I want to have, you know, I want to do everything myself. I want to record myself. We want to shoot our own videos. We want to have our own video thing, this, that, and the other. And what ends up happening is you have some guys who get studios and they really don't know what they're doing, and they're recording themselves, but now it's sounding unprofessional. Gotcha. Because they're trying to take a cheap route. They're making videos, but the videos are not looking good because they're trying to be cheap and not invest in the people that actually do these things. And there are people out there that actually do shoot videos that are reasonably, they're not what I like to call head busters. They don't charge a whole lot of money, but they're professional. Go, you know, save your money up, get your money up, and just use one of these guys that can actually shoot videos so that you don't have to take time trying to learn how to work the equipment right now and miss out on all that because you don't want to pay somebody else to do something that would, in actuality, it would take you less time to save the money to pay somebody else to do it. You know, versus you trying to take time to learn it yourself, you know, this and the other. You know, if you're so anxious to get the ball rolling on your career, you know, and that's what I say is just, you know, the people that are out there that have those services that provide services for people like us, especially the independents, people out there that do videos, you know, and I got 3 shout out to Nina Stack, shout out to Isaiah, Iconic Visions, Isaiah, which is Isaiah Conyers. Shout out to Undefined, which is my homeboy Promise TMG. Shout out to Prophecy, Kevin Gary. Those 4 video directors, they're reasonable. They do good work, do great, excellent work. Shout out to them. And I would tell anybody to work with these cats because they actually do great work and it's affordable. and you don't have to go and say, well, I'm not going to pay anybody. And that's the thing, people don't want to, like I said, some people think it's a something for nothing industry. It's not.
Right.
So you got to work for it, and people that they did all the work and research to get into it to service cats like us. So why not take advantage of those opportunities, those services that they provide?
Hey man, that makes a lot of sense, and the whole idea of reinvesting in yourself, instead of taking,
right.
you see the first few dollars that you get, and hey man, I got to go get these, whatever new J's, try to live a lifestyle. You got to get
right.
yourself there first. So now you dropped the new single, That's My Junt. Now, are you following up with another single, or when is the album going to drop?
We're actually doing I'm getting ready to shoot the video for that. We're getting a treatment together now for that one. I'm just deciding on who we're going to get to shoot it. I've spoken with Iconic, Isaiah Conyers, about it. And he's possibly the first choice for shooting that video. As far as the project goes, I've had a couple of pushbacks on it because I've been one to make sure, I'm really trying to build that demand for the project more. We're still dropping songs and singles, and we're still, as far as a company, we're still giving the people some good product as far as from the other members of Loud Gang. And but we're looking right now for a release date in September, probably around my birthday, which is the 28th, because we were going to try to put it out in August, but this month. But we still got a couple of more legal things to iron out, as well as some other singles to put together, some other songs to put together. So just those things. But we're looking at now around about September. Late September. So
that's going to be on the album, September.
Memphis in Stereo.
Memphis in Stereo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, you got to keep me posted on that joint. Now, as far as the single, That's My Junt, man, where can the fans, is it available for fans to copy now?
It's actually available on SoundCloud right now, as far as like audio streaming on SoundCloud, also on AudioMac. You can go to audiomac.com, type in PYU, That's My Junt. You can hear it there. You can also hear it on SoundCloud under my name, PYU, That's My Junt. I'll have the link. Well, I'll send you the link so they can, get to it, so they can find the record.
No doubt. Now
they can get it there, and it'll be available. It'll be available on iTunes next month as well.
Okay, all right. Definitely be looking for that on iTunes next month. Now, social media buzz, man. We definitely like to keep the fans abreast on, where they could find all the artists that we talk to. Now, as far as you guys go on, as far as yourself, Speaker Freak, and the Loud Gang, the whole movement, man, where can we find you guys?
You can find me, first of all, PYU. You can locate PYU. I'm online, Facebook.com/PYU Music. I'm on Instagram at PYU_Pics, PICS. PYU, PYU _PICS, PYU Pics. I'm on Instagram. You can find me there. You can also find me on Twitter at PYU Online on Twitter, PYUONLINE, PYU Online. That's on Twitter. And you can also locate, like I said, me on SoundCloud. I'm PYU the Great on SoundCloud. You can also check out, we also have a Who Better fan page, which is the movement for Loud Gang. That's the official Loud Gang Facebook fan page. I can actually get you that. I'll send you that link because I don't have the actual one off the top of my head right away. But you can definitely find us there. And I'll send that to you. And because that's kind of fairly new, so we just created that one. But check for, you can also check for Omega Forte through that. You also send your links for the artist Omega Forte, for SP the Great. He's on Bandcamp under SP 901. On Band, you can check for him on Bandcamp. Omega's on Bandcamp. He's got the Journey to Success mixtape on Bandcamp. He's also got singles on SoundCloud. I'll send you the links for those as well. And yeah, man, like I said, we just got a lot of big things happening, man. Just like I said, great things happening, getting ready to take place. My guy SP just released a mixtape entitled Prince Among Men. Well, as of right now, he doesn't know, but I'm going to go ahead and make the official announcement. We're getting ready to send it to Dat Piff and live mixtapes within the next few weeks.
Oh yeah,
so
definitely major.
That's an official announcement. He doesn't even know about it yet, but by the time when he hears this interview, he's gonna be like, "What?" Yeah, we're going to it's going to live mixtapes with Dat Piff in the next month. So we just want to just shout out to him. We're gonna really try to get him get that mixtape popping and get it popping. He just released it. It's really, really hot. So we're gonna be pushing that here in the next, in the next month or so. So yeah, man. But yeah, just check us out. Keep locked in. We'll be still dropping some exclusive songs and things like that, man, and videos and things like that coming up. Also, SP does have a video out right now that I'm actually in, shot by my guy Promise TMG, called Take Notes, which is off of that mixtape. You can find it on YouTube right now. It's on the SP Take Notes is the name of the video. And yeah, just check that joint out.
Man, no doubt. Hey, my homie PYU, we definitely appreciate you taking time, man, to chop it up with me for the Indie Spotlight. Man, I want the fans, all y'all, to go out, find my guy on Instagram, on Twitter, go to SoundCloud, check him out on Bandcamp. Go find the joint, the song, That's My Joint. We're going to be looking forward to it on iTunes next month. Going to be looking forward to the album and everything, man. I just salute, Speaker Freak, Loud Gang, the movement, man. We appreciate you doing it.
Man, I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys for having me, man. You know how we do. You know how it is. It's Haven, so you already know what it is.
Oh, yeah, man. We're going to stick together, baby. You know how we do.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Hey, you heard it first, man. This your man Kedrick for Mic Check Media with the homie PYU. We signing off. Peace.
Sign off. Peace.
What they on? Whole shit. And what we on? Pharaoh shit. And by the time they catch up, we'll be on some more shit. And now they saying we the best, nigga, no shit. They saying we the best, no shit. And now they saying we the best, nigga, no shit. What we on? Pharaoh shit. And now they saying we the best, nigga, no shit. Lord forgive them, escape prison, my mind's risen. Elevated and celebrated, now my mind's dripping. Me and my team congregated on getting cream, devising a scheme, and now we hustle by any means. Surrounded by funny figures and skinny jeans, lost in the world and real truth is seldom seen. I can tell you how to define living, socializing with fine women draped in fine linen.